crazy.
But yeah, either way, Brave is going to be getting another chance to prove himself. Going up against B-Rice here. Both these players are such strong Arizona contenders. I actually think, I don't know if Rave was ever PR. Yeah, B-Rice was definitely PR. But these are both like either PR players or very, very high level Arizona players.
Yeah, man. Like you said, let's just get into it.
Yeah, going to small battlefield, kind of the new Smashville, or the new PS2 essentially, new starter that everybody goes to.
I mean, it's basically just tiny PS2 if you think about it. You know, I know people that play both Rivals and other platform fighters, they really say that a stage with 2 platforms like that is pretty neutral for a lot of characters. And I feel like with the addition of small battlefield, it's just going to be like, wow, do you want PS2 with all of the weird stuff and having a smaller stage in general? Then small battlefield may be the place for you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wish that it didn't look exactly like Battlefield, because then it's just like, oh, well, small Battlefield is banned, but we're going to Battlefield. It literally is like the exact same looking stage. Either
what do you want? You want it to just be like a totally different style? Also, like you saw there, B-Rice kind of taking the ball for himself and making his own combo, bro. Like, it's just so unfortunate to see one of Pac-Man's strongest tools used against him.
Yeah, and that's something we saw in his set earlier today as well. Rave kind of struggles when his fruit and his main neutral tool is being used against him, or rather, when it's not available to him. And when you have players and characters like Isabelle or Wii Fit Trainer that can abuse your own mechanic, it can be a little rough sometimes. B-Rice does have a hydrant available. Oh, what's up?
Fun fact for the people playing home, I watched these two play in the group or the qualifying stages, and what'll happen is B-Rice gets Rave's hydrant, and then Rave puts down another hydrant. Something happens where when B-Rice puts down his hydrant, it'll immediately knock both the hydrants into the air. So it kind of becomes like a just double anti-projectile for Rave. So it's something to watch out for, and something that Rave, I guarantee you, remembers from the last time they played.
Yeah, and he definitely seems to be playing around it. B-Rice is in the lead right now, took Rave's first stock, but honestly, it doesn't feel like B-Rice is, you know, in control of the game, if that makes sense. This still feels very, very even. Hydrant goes in. Rave really, really struggling to find this first stock, though. Oh my goodness!
Like I just saw, man, the double hydrant, it's like, you know, you can't, it's like magnets, man. You can't have 2 negative signs go against each other, else they just push each other away like that. So a very funny interaction coming out of these this very kind of, I guess, obscure matchup that most people don't see every day.
Yeah, there's the hydrant being picked up by B-Rice yet again. I like that. Plant the hydrant down and then use your own move to launch it. Doesn't quite pan out, but you can tell that the cogs in B-Rice's brain are a-turning.
Yeah, and see right there, Rave is so afraid. He's so afraid to interact with a hydrant because he's like, I don't want it to be used against me, bro.
Yeah, Rave going really, really deep. A little too deep there against B-Rice. Ends up throwing away his second stock. And now B-Rice definitely feels like he's in the driver's seat. Good back air. Will close out his first stock, but Rave, a full stock down right now.
Yeah, man, I respect the attempt to, you know, kind of nick his low recovery there, but again, really did not pan out and results in his death. Because when we started that up B, I'm like, oh, I don't think that's high enough even for Pac-Man's crazy up B, man.
Yeah. Either way, 52% on Rave. Oh, really good patience there by B-Rice. Did not get hit by that bell. Actually managed to snag it and then get a good recovery anyways.
Yeah, man, and right now he just has that bell unlocked. Now what's interesting is, so since the bell is not like active in like the stage, RaveRemix can technically pull another one. It's a weird property with some projectiles where if you know, Villager has a pocket version of it, it just doesn't come out again, or if it's just being held. So very interesting to see that he can just grab another one after that.
Yeah, right now, oh, B-Rice threw it? I'm not sure what happened there. What happened to the bell?
I'm gonna be honest with you, some things are just a mystery.
It just straight up disappeared. I want to see the replay of that later on. Anyways, or I'll watch the VOD. 143% Rave is still struggling to find his second stock here against B-Rice, and just keeps on taking chip damage. But meanwhile, B-Rice is literally content to slow everything down. Like, we literally see B-Rice on the other side of the hydrant, not doing anything. But finally, Rave gets it back there to close out that second stock.
Man, B-Rice was just like, I'm waiting, bro. I can wait here all day. I'm not going to interact with this thing. No way, no how.
Yeah, I mean, out of the two players in this match, I was more expecting Rave to be the one to not interact with his opponent. Oh, hydrant!
You know, Keaton, I was going through my head. I was like, all right, so he doesn't have a double jump. Okay, now he doesn't have side B. I was like, and B-Rice still has the hydrant. I'm waiting for him to just drop it on him. B-Rice is absolutely just punishing Rave for playing Pac-Man there. I'm sure he's feeling real giddy about that one.
Yeah, literally dropping the missile onto Rave there. Rave down one game and does get to counter pick. I would expect somewhere a little bit more flat, maybe like Town and City. You have to be a little careful too because a lot of the stages that Pac-Man benefits, Isabelle also does benefit from. You know, all the same ideas where like, you know, Pac-Man wants to sit down Hydrant and put traps down for his opponents. I mean, B-Rice has Lloyd Rocket and all of these other things that he can throw out as well. I'm going to be going to Kalos, though, for the counter pick.
Yeah, very interesting, man. It sucks because we're in Mass right now, which is, you know, the wave for the whole world. But I wish I could see the players' faces more when stuff like this happens. Well, either we're going to get started with our second match here on Kalos. Again, bigger stage. This is probably going to be a much slower game. I know some of you guys are like, oh man, even the first game was slow. This one will probably be just a tiny bit slower.
Should really like that. We get the overlay change. B-Rice actually throwing. What? He's gonna die. God, B-Rice with the insane gimp there.
Man,
like how he's
really
saying. B-Rice actually using the fishing rod, trying to hook Rave, but ended up catching a cherry anyways, and managed to work that into his combo and get some extra damage, and eventually the stock there.
Yeah, man. You know, B-Rice really exposing that without the side B to get Pac-Man close to the ledge, Pac-Man's up B may not be necessarily the best. Kind of struggling from that same thing that Ridley does, where they have a really, really high up B, but it can't get them close to the stage if they're far away from it. So, I mean, B-Rice is, again, really just showing he knows this matchup.
Yeah, Bell goes up, not going to find its target, though. B-Rice with the Arizona percent very much in the driver's seat of this tournament. Sending these...
Oh, my God!
B-Rice taking Rave's second stock there in a stylish fashion.
Yeah, man, that was just unfortunate. You know, he hit the first hydrant, that hydrant hit the second hydrant, which eventually hit Rave. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I think it's hard because I don't necessarily know that Rave or really any Pac-Man players are used to having the same kind of issues that they've thrown at other people. Just a lot of hitbox coming at you all the time. And especially with the added bonus of when it's reflected, it's even stronger. I feel like Rave might just not be used to this kind of projectile pressure.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly makes sense if you're not familiar with how to play a zoner into other zoners. Definitely could throw you off. Oh, Rave just struggling there as he realizes he doesn't have his bell.
Yeah, man, and right there you saw that projectile property of not being able to grab another fruit there when it's someone's already holding yours. So even though you can get it while it's pocketed there, it doesn't work if the person's just holding it in their hand.
Yeah, good attempt with the snipes here from Rave. Neither of them finding their mark, though. Good down smash coming in. Sends B-Rice off stage again. 180%. Yeah, Hydrant will find its mark, but you're still an entire stock down. Got a lot of work to do to make this round up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Keaton. I was like, hey, yeah, that was cool, and, you know, B-Rice definitely mistimed that pull right there, but at the same time, bro, you're down so much. Is it going to be too little, too late?
Yeah. 90% Rave trying to get something started here. Throws the fruit and goes way wide there. There's the Hydrant coming out, doing a lot of shield damage. B-Rice just trying to jab into something.
You know, I really feel like B-Rice was just meant to play Isabelle. He's such a just funny, quirky dude, and the way that his personality is definitely reflecting the way he plays Isabelle. But either way, slingshot to the back, gonna take that second game, gonna put B-Rice up 2-0 in the set.
Yeah, Rave, not looking like he's in a great spot right now as far as this set goes. It's always rough when you lose on your counter pick. But that interaction right there, just going way past the platform, kind of just sets himself up to be taken out there by B-Rice.
Also, shout out to the RaveRemix being player 3 and SNK having a player 3 color. Like, I don't know how it happened, maybe with the Pro controller disconnecting, but I actually love the player 3 slot. I think the yellow color works really well, especially with Pac-Man's color swap. You know, you get the yellow Pac-Man, so just funny things going on in this set. Either way.
The neutral Pac-Man, too. Or the default Pac-Man skin, so it really, really works.
That is definitely not default Pac-Man. That is Pac-Man with sleeves. Come on, team.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my god, I totally didn't even see the sleeves. You're right.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean,
just kidding. I don't blame you. I know. I don't blame you. Look, I mean, there's only so much you can do with Pac-Man. I mean, we kind of lost the crazy oven mitt Pac-Man, so I don't blame you, Keaton. But man, that was a very quick shot coming out of B-Rice. Kind of just delete RaveRemix there in this third set, third match. Not how you want to start, man.
Yeah, definitely looking rough right now. Brave already down in stock, and B-Rice not showing any signs of slowing up with how fast this game is already progressing. A minute in, and B-Rice nearly has Rave in kill percent on his second stock.
Yeah, man, it's just like the one thing about B-Rice is that he is unrelenting. He will 3-stock you if he wants to. Like, it's just when B-Rice starts getting moving, man, he does not slow down. He is just an unstoppable force when he's really got you figured out. Like, reading that roll on the ledge with the up smash, man, just ridiculous.
Yeah, B-Rice looking really, really good right now. 79%, not even having to worry about getting killed here. Oh, the bell actually finds its mark. B-Rice had the read, but it didn't get the stun effect. Rave armors through it. And we are getting some high-level neutral here. B-Rice off stage.
Oh my god!
That's so tragic.
That's just straight up disrespectful, man. He took his cherry and stage spiked him. I don't think I've ever seen that exact interaction. I mean, just look at this.
Yeah, I'm not even entirely sure what happened. He literally just threw it up and Rave bounced off the stage. Oh, that's actually so heartbreaking.
No, I'm gonna be honest, Keaton. If I wasn't ready for it in my own house, I can almost guarantee you Ray was not ready for that. Even though he plays the character, that is such just a ridiculous option for anyone to try to take against him. So, you know, not bad. You know, getting the 7th in the top 8, but still walking away with some money, which is nice for Ray.
Yeah, and you know, it's always rough. You know, every time there's an invitational, somebody has to go too. Like, Rave is legitimately, like, a top 20% player in Arizona. Like, that's where his skill is at. But, you know, you just have all of these really, really good players going up against Jinx round 1 and then up against B-Rice in your losers bracket. Like, it's actually so difficult. Unfortunately for Rave, that's where his run stops today. But B-Rice will be advancing into the next match of losers. And then here shortly, we're going to be having our next match in losers as well. Our Coney is going to be going up against